So in the first video, I was thanking people that was in my stuff, and it it kind of dawned on me of why I was thanking people and about multicultural characters and the Golden Globes, Oscars, whatever the hell's going on. And I ran out of time, so I'm making another video about it due to the fact that I ran out of time, and time is about to run out on me before I have to go to the bus stop and pick up my niece. So before I do that, I wanted to shoot this through. There's never enough characters of color. And as I got into that rant about there's not enough of us in superheroes, most of the time the superhero, you're either an all the way ethnic person or you're not. And for most superheroes, generally if they're black, they're black. There's no Native American in them, there's no white in them, they're just straight freaking black. And, the problem with that is that no one really gives a damn, you know, and that kind of sucks, because if you think about it, the world is so full of diversity that there should be more characters out there. There should be more characters that are not 6 feet tall in a living nightmare, where like Batman is 6 foot bat stalking Gotham City. Superman's a 6 foot guy flying around with a big red cape and his red underwear, and then you have Colossus, who's like 7'4" and way past 400 some odd pounds. Same thing with the Hulk. But when they digress to whom they actually are, they're generally white guys or they're black guys. And I mean, not basically American. Their skin color is European, which means they're basically white. You rarely get colored Europeans. I mean, it's not a commodity, but it can happen because I've found out through some of these little things that I watch, like these MFCs and other cam girl things, that there are Russian Asians or Asians that are based in Russia and Italy and Ireland. I mean, they're everywhere. So there are other people everywhere. I've met Black Irish people on these websites and stuff. So it does happen. But when you go into the movie world and the multiverse of movies that could be out there, these characters generally aren't mixed. They're either all the way black or all the way white. There are no half-breeds and there are no multicultural people, and it kind of disturbs me. And I got on that tangent because of what I was going to say. And what I was going to say was, as a person of multiculturalness, I've brought this up before about the race war in my grade school and how people couldn't tell me what side I was going to fight on, the black side or the white side. And that was before I found out I was partially Native American as well. And the thing about that is, it has not much changed, other than the fact that I'm grown and I know better now. But, I never really fit in as a child because no one really knew what the fuck I was. And I understand that now as an adult, but as a child, I didn't. Because as a child, you don't really see color. You see a person until the parents teaches us color. So for all you parents out there, don't teach your kids how to be racist. Teach them how to be respectful. Teach them how to appreciate people and their culture. Teach them how to respect people's culture. Now, granted, I've never had wasp soup. Wasp. W-A-S-P. Wasp. I read about it. I know it's a Native American delicacy. I have no idea if that's true, because I'm Cherokee, I'm also black, and I'm also white. I've never been to the Cherokee reservation in which my grandmother on my father's side came from, and my grandmother on my mother's side was adopted, so we have no idea where the hell she came from. So that's pretty much the gist of that. But it's the principle of, I've never had it. And supposedly popcorn was a Native American thing first. Just like rice was a Chinese and Asian thing. Well, irrigation itself initially came out of Asia, along with the panther and the Bengal tiger, for those idiots who have not done their studying. All right, they are not from Africa. They are from Asia. Let's get that right. Same thing with the Asian and the African elephant, and the only difference is the tip of the trunk. So one has a little pointy thing at the top, and one of them has two. Now, I don't know which ones are which, because personally, I don't plan on getting that close to an elephant after seeing that video with that dude head going up the elephant's ass. And I think that was in Indonesia. And I think they're still looking for that guy. But I know one thing for sure. He took head and ass syndrome to a whole nother level. And I'm not trying to follow that. So I'm not getting anywhere near a fucking elephant. And I'm small too. It's not like he's gonna see me. He'll probably back right up on top of me like, oh, well, there's another victim. And you know, when you're small, you kind of gotta watch out for things like that. Because it's so much easier to, like, people not see you. So, you know, there used to be a show on Fox called The Searcher where they always made fun of the ninjas because the Japanese and stuff were so short. And then there was a movie with Dudley Moore. I think that's his name. Is it Dudley Moore? Well, anyway, whatever the movie was, they had like some racist jokes on there. And the racist jokes were about Asians and white people. Thank God there were no black racist jokes in this movie. Hell, I don't even remember if there were black people in the movie because I don't even remember the name of the movie. But in the movie, the Japanese people were working. And it wasn't the movie called Gung Ho with Michael Keaton and the guy from 16 Candles or whatever. But in this movie, Dudley Moore and them, there was company because they were competing against the Japanese, I think. And it's like, well, here in America, our things are better because our eyes are farther apart so that we can see things. And then the Japanese retorted with, well, here in Japan, we make movies like this and cars or whatever because those Caucasians are just too damn tall. So, you know, there's always some joke somewhere. So basically it wound up being racist and short jokes. And then in The Searcher, the guy was fighting the samurai guy. And the samurai guy and the Searcher were on the same team. And they both tripped over the ninja because the ninja was shorter. He said, man, I had him. No, I had him. He said, well, what happened? We tripped over the damn ninja. Yeah, because those Japanese ninjas are just too damn short. So, you know, as it goes on, you know, it was a pretty good show. I don't know why it didn't get a whole season. It's kind of like Briscoe County Jr. was a good show. All hell Bruce Campbell. And you know, it was crazy. Or should we call him Ash from The Evil Dead? And you know, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't have a problem with racist jokes as long as they're in good taste and not like insulting. You know, I don't want to have a racist joke where somebody's actually holding their eyes and doing this because that shit's not cool. Okay? Not cool. I also don't want to have a racist joke where they're like over exaggerating the word nigger. Except unless you're David Chappelle. Then you can do that because you're a cool motherfucker. Africa. Anyway, I don't think that racist jokes really can fly. If you can't be a racist all the way around without somebody getting hurt or dead, then you probably shouldn't be a racist. You know what I mean? And some people just don't really get that. And that's cool and everything, but you really shouldn't be racist regardless because you just don't know how somebody's going to take it. And as a person of multiculturalness, I'm the one person on earth who does not have the right to be a fucking racist. Just because I come from the three primary races of the earth. And as soon as we all realize one thing, we're all human, then the problems on this planet will like subside. Now, before I get off to go get my niece and do what I need to do and read her little book and all that crap, and she should be reading to me, especially since nowadays they're taking cursive writing out of schools, which is about the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. But I'm not on the school board, and if I was, that would be the one thing I was like, you know, we spend money on a lot of dumb stuff. The least you can do is teach the kids how to write their name in cursive. Because if you don't know how to sign your signature, you're screwed. You know, in a nutshell, you're totally fucking screwed. So, to get this right and get back on track, you know, when I made my movies, and I was making them for a purpose, I was always the victim of some racial throwback. Alright? So I had my characters in the script, you know, if my character fucked up, you know, and since most of the people I could only get in my movie were black, it would have worked out better if it's like, yeah, he doesn't really get it because he's not all the way black. So many times, so fucking many times in my life, I've heard that. Like, literally, I've heard that. So I wanted to expose it to the world because I know I can't be the only one who has been in a crowd with black people and like totally fuck up. And I'm not talking about like the high five thing, because you know a lot of black people can do the high five and a lot of them are too damn tall and I have to like jump up to give them the high five and they're like, yeah, he's not all the way black, so he's not like tall enough to give everybody high fives. Oh, you'd be surprised at the shit that I've heard because of my height and my mixedness. So, in that, yeah, sometimes I'm too short to give somebody a high five. And sometimes I have missed. Okay? I've never fallen on my face, but I have missed. Thank you, Tom Cruise, for the high five, tap, tap, in case you do miss. We're in that you're supposed to miss, and then smack at the bottom. Alright, cool. Anyway, so I can go get my niece and end this video on a positive note. I have been in situations in life where people have whispered it, thinking that I couldn't hear it. It's like, yeah, he doesn't get it because he's not all the way black. He's not really one of us. And no, it didn't hurt my feelings because it was true, but it kind of pissed me off, but mostly because it was true. Alright? So, when you hear these things, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one to have heard these things, you gotta weigh the pros and cons, and then you're like, damn, I can't really get mad because the shit's actually true. But in the same note, I'm kind of pissed off. I want to go punch this guy in the face. Or the inner Asian or the Native American comes out and I get ready to go on a fucking warpath, which I have wanted to do a lot. But, it's just the concept of we don't have enough heroes like me out there, which henceforth the internet was going to be my platform until the army and my leg got fucked up because of a fucking hole. I wish I would have been shot. It'd been so much easier just to fucking have been shot. Because then you're like, you have a better legal excuse than you fell in a fucking hole. Yeah, I fell in a fucking hole. A fucking hole ended my military career. A hole. Not a gunshot, not a grenade, not an IED. A fucking hole in the fucking street. Running from the fucking chow hall because Bravo Company was getting fat. Yeah. A fucking hole. Okay, well, now you have my story on why I'm a vet, and now you also have my story on why I think that there should be more diversity and more multicultural characters. Because I'm multicultural. I respect all three of my heritages. I love my Native American heritage the most. And, we're not going anywhere. And I heard something on TV the other day that really pissed me off, and then I'm closing out so I can go up to the bus stop. Native American people have been around for 5,000 years before we survived everything, and we'll keep surviving because that's what we fucking do. By force or by course, we will survive. So I'm with NARF, and if you guys at NARF hear this or see this, I'm down. I need a job. I will work for fucking free for your commercials as long as I'm in them and not on the cutting room floor. My name is James Williams Jr. Send me a message right fucking here. Leave me a number. I will call you back. There are a lot of Native American commercials. And though I am only a half-breed, or whatever you want to consider me as, I am still Native American. And I want to help my people. I do believe that NARF is mostly West Coast, like Sioux and Dakota and Pueblo. And there's been some Cherokee things going on around here. And not too long ago in Powhatan, when we all rose up and started saying shit about like the Sacagawea statue and Pocahontas. Well, one, in closing, for Sacagawea to be kneeling behind the Lois and Clark statue in the middle of town or on the end of West Main Street or wherever, I don't think that that's fucking cool. I think Sacagawea should have been standing proud just like those bastards. And I'm not trying to be evil to Lois and Clark or Lewis and Clark or whoever the hell they are, but she got you there. Her and her husband got you there to the West Coast in one damn piece, and you guys have her kneeling like a dog. Fuck that. They need to take that statue down and remake it with her standing in front of them with her bow held high and having them standing beside her in equal standing with their rifles drawn and her husband behind them with his bow held high and a bird perched on his or her shoulder. And that's that. My name is James Williams Jr. Thank you. There will be more videos to come tonight. I'll be seeing ya.